Hey everyone, I am live for our Freebie Accelerator workshop. So I'm a little bit early and it's going to take a few minutes for everyone to realize that I'm live. So let me just tell everyone in chat to refresh their screen. Okay, cool. So I got my two monitors going. Just so you know how this works, I have one monitor here for the chat box so I can see the questions that you're asking as we go through the workshop, and then this is the screen I'm going to be looking at, and this is the screen I'm going to share with you with my presentation. And if you hear squeaking in the background, I solicited the help of my little sister, Novi. She's in the chat now. She said hi. She's actually in the room with me in case there's any emergency technical issue, and she's going to be the one that's helping answer any questions, and she's going to make sure that I see all of your questions in the chat, so when it's the Q&A time, I can make sure that everything gets cleared up and I address everyone's questions individually. So I'm a little bit early. If you haven't already introduced yourself in the chat, please do that. Let me know what your name is, where you're from, so I can say hi to you. So I see that we have Flossie, Jennifer from Buffalo, welcome. Tony from Jacksonville, hi. And Allie, who's tuning in from close to Toronto. Thank you guys for being here. If you haven't introduced yourself in chat, let me know who you are so I can say hi to you personally. We're going to get started in about 5 minutes. So let me just make sure I got all the technical stuff worked out here. Okay, cool. Looks like it's working. So how's everyone doing today? Are you guys excited to be here? I'm pumped. Also, while we're kind of getting set up, Jennifer, I know you don't still live in Buffalo, I saw that, but it's cool that you're from Buffalo. So while I'm getting things set up, please let me know if you can hear me well, if you're having trouble hearing me, or if your screen isn't working, let me know if you're having those issues. A few things that you can do, if you see that the screen is blurry, hover over the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you'll see a gear. Click on that gear and you can actually change the resolution to be HD, or there's 720 HD. Yes, you can change the quality of the video if you think it's a little bit blurry. If the chat's not working all too well for you, you can hit refresh or try accessing the workshop in a different browser. I'm in Chrome. It's working for me in Chrome, but I know that Nobi had some issues seeing the chat box in Chrome, so she went over to Safari. So if you're having some issues loading anything, something's not working, let me know what I can answer for you and help you out with before we get started. And we've got lots of new people coming in. Thank you guys. We're going to get started in a few minutes. If you haven't already done so, say hi in chat so I know you're here. Tell us where you're tuning in from. It's always cool to see where everyone is watching from. We meet bloggers from all over the world, which is awesome and exciting. So let me know where you are tuning in from in the world so we can say hi and welcome you. I'm just going to make sure I have everything all set up. If you're wondering where I am, I'm actually in an office. It's actually my dad's office. My Wi-Fi at home where I usually work is not super reliable for workshops and anything that's live other than Facebook Live. So I'm here hoping that the webinar Wi-Fi and everything holds out so there's nothing choppy. Nice, amazing scenery behind me. Tan walls. But anyway, all right, we have someone from London. Hi, I don't know what your name is because you're anonymous in chat, but welcome and thank you for saying hi. That's another thing. If you want to change your name so I can see who you actually are and your name isn't anonymous, you see there's 3 lines in the bottom right-hand corner of the chat box. You can actually click on that and you can either log in to Chatango if you have an account, or you can just create a temporary name. Mina, hi Mina. Hello from Michigan, awesome. So just if you guys are tuning in right now, we're gonna get started in about 3 minutes. Let us know who you are in chat so I can say hi to you. Let us know where you're tuning in from. I hope you guys are excited about this workshop. I'm particularly excited about it, obviously. But I know that this is a topic that a lot of people struggle with, and I know from personal experience that I've also struggled with it in the past, and I do on occasion continue to struggle with it. It's one of those things that you're constantly trying to improve on. So I'm really excited to spend the next hour with you guys talking about a few ways to make your lives easier when it comes to freebies. If I do anything today, I hopefully will make freebies that much less complicated. That didn't make sense. I hope to clarify something or just make your lives as email marketers as easy as possible, as streamlined as possible, because it's very overwhelming. So that's my goal. Kim from Houston. Hi, Kim. Hopefully you are doing okay from hurricane relief, Kim. And Bobby from Maryland. Hey, Bobby, thanks for joining us. Emily from Indiana. Hi, Emily. Awesome. I'd love to see where everyone's from. If you guys didn't know, I'm tuning in from Buffalo right now. I live in Buffalo. I was born in Philadelphia, but I have lived in Buffalo almost my entire life. But I will be moving to I don't know where in a few months. Jen from Pennsylvania. Awesome. Like I said, I was born in Philly. Lived there for about a year of my life. No memory of it whatsoever, but I have visited, so I know that Philly is awesome. Kelly from Maine. Awesome. I'm glad that you were able to make it after all. Super exciting. Andrea from Europe. Hi. Where in Europe are you from? JJ is here. Awesome. Sorry that I'm not looking right at the camera. I have my chat over here. Thanks everyone for saying hi. We're gonna get started in about 60 seconds. JJ from Texas. Awesome. Someone from Lehigh Valley. Emily from Tampa. We have a few Emilys in here. Awesome. Thank you all for introducing yourself. Jill, glad you're here, Jill. Okay, cool. So guys, it's 2 o'clock. At least my clock has struck 2 o'clock. So I like to start promptly on time. I'm going to dive in. Andrea from Romania. That's awesome. Okay, so keep introducing yourself. Keep telling me where you're from so I can say hi to you. I'm so extremely excited to be here. I've been waiting for this. I could barely sleep last night. I'm so excited. The number one thing I love to do is teach. So any opportunity I have to get on a Facebook Live or host a webinar and just relay whatever information I have, I take it. And so I've literally been waiting for this webinar for a week, and I'm extremely excited that it's finally here and it's come. So if you don't know me, it's nice to virtually meet you. My name is Eden. I blog over at edenfried.com. That's Fried spelled like fried. A lot of people think it's fried, but it's actually Fried, fun fact. And I have been a full-time blogger and digital marketer for about 18 months now. If you are not familiar with my story is that I was working a full-time job, and in about May last year, I was in Budapest, Hungary. So Andrea, I was kind of close to you. I was in Budapest, Hungary for my brother's wedding, and I decided at the last minute that I was not going to go to law school after all. So I had applied to 13 schools. I got into 13 schools. I paid my deposit. I secured an apartment. I gave up my car. I just did everything. I thought I was going to go, and I decided at the last minute that I wasn't going to go to law school. And I made the impulsive decision that day to start a blog. And that's exactly what I did. The very next day, I got hosting. I set up my website. I did everything. And since then, I've been blogging, and it's been truly a roller coaster of a ride. But I'm happy to report that at this juncture, I am now making a full-time income from my blog through a bunch of different revenue streams, affiliate marketing, selling courses, that sort of thing. And really, the number one way that I've been able to do that is through email marketing, setting up a list, figuring out how to monetize that list, building a relationship with that list, etc. So what I'm actually going to do is screen share with you guys now. So excuse me while I do that. You're going to see like a million of me in a second. Let me just pull this up. 1 second. Alrighty. So hopefully you guys can all see this. If you can't see it, let me know in chat if you're having any issues. Again, Novi, my sister, is actually in the room with me, and she's also monitoring the chat. So she's going to let me know if there's any technical issues. All right, Lisa, thanks for joining. You did not miss anything yet. We're just getting started. Okay, so this is the Freebie Accelerator workshop. Obviously, you're here because you know your freebie is important. What you might not realize is that your freebie is actually truly the key to everything in your monetization strategy. It's probably your best asset, and it's going to be the most important element of monetizing your list. So I started introducing myself, but here I'm going to introduce myself a little bit more. Like I said, my name is Eden. I'm a full-time digital marketer and blogger. A few other fun facts about me is that I'm a Harry Potter fanatic. I like to say that. Hopefully there's a bunch of other Harry Potter fanatics in the room right now with us. I'm also an avid reader. I'm constantly in the middle of at least one book, sometimes two. I love exercising. I'm a CrossFit person. I'm also a This Is Us fan. If you're not sure what This Is Us is, it's an amazing show, and the season 2 premieres tonight, so that's why I'm extremely excited about it. And I figured because it's This Is Us premiere tonight, I would mention it today. I'm also a frizzy hair person. I mentioned that because in this picture to the right, I have frizzy hair, and there are not many guarantees in life, but one of the few guarantees is that I will always have frizzy hair, as you already saw me today live. So that's a little bit about me, fun facts. Hopefully you can relate to some of that. If I know you already, I'm so glad you're here. If I haven't met you yet, if we haven't connected on email or in the Blogger Insights Facebook group, truly, I'm so glad you're here, and I really look forward to working with you and getting to know you and your personal journey a little bit better. So a few housekeeping items. I have a few different, I guess you could say, rules for how these workshops work. Number one, I ask that you do take notes. If you don't have a pen and paper, grab one really quickly, or open up your notes application on your computer. I would love for you to take some notes. You can, if you're being an overachiever, I would love for you to take a picture of your notes at the end of the workshop, and you can email them to me, or you can tweet them to me so I can see that you really were engaged and paying attention. Please feel free to ask questions, okay? So this is a workshop. I really want you to get something from it. You're bound to have questions. Chances are, if you are thinking it, somebody else is also thinking it. So please don't be shy. There are no such thing as a stupid question. I will answer all of them, I promise. If I don't have the answer, I will find you a resource to answer your question, or I will point you to somebody who is better able to answer the question. I also ask that you stay till the end. I know that this is long, and sometimes workshops get a little bit overwhelming, but I do have a gift for you. However, you must be live at the end of the workshop to actually get the gift. So be patient, stay engaged, ask questions, be tuned in. This is just 1 hour of your life, so put everything that you have into it. Stay focused. Close the Facebook app. If you have your phone next to you and you're chatting and texting your friends, put your phone away, put your phone on Do Not Disturb, close Twitter, Pinterest, whatever else you're doing. Try and dedicate the next hour of your life to freebies, because obviously you're here for a reason. You know that it's important. So be 100% here in the room virtually with us. Okay? So I have a question for all of you. I want you guys to use the chat box to answer it. A or B? Please put whether or not you are A or B in the chat, okay? A is you have a freebie, but you're just not sure it's exactly what it needs to be. You know, it's there, it's okay, but you're just not confident that it's everything that it could be, and it's not doing everything it should be doing for you. Or B, you don't have a freebie and you're just kind of clueless. You don't know what to do, how to get started, whatever, okay? Are you A or B? I'm gonna take a look at the chat box. Got lots of comments on curly, frizzy hair. I'm glad I'm not the only one. All right, so some people have, oh, Jennifer, you have 5 freebies. Wow. So we have what looks like an even split between A and B. All right, cool. So Kelly, you're both A and B working on a freebie, but not sure if it's great. Don't know how to set it up with your ESP. All right. So this is actually really interesting for me to see. We have lots of A's, lots of B's. Okay. Good to know. So what I want you to know is whether or not you're A or whether or not you're B, it's okay. The next hour, this workshop is going to be dedicated to learning how to either refine the freebie that you do have, or how to actually create a freebie if you don't have one. I would love for those of you who are Bs, you don't have a freebie, I would love for you to end this workshop with an idea, okay? So the goal for you by the end of this workshop is to have an idea for a freebie and to start actually putting that idea into action and working on it so that you can create it. It's Tuesday now, so if you have an idea by the end of this workshop on Tuesday and you can spend the next few days actually working on that freebie, that would be incredible, okay? And if you do have a freebie and you're not sure if it's good, That's okay too. The goal for you by the end of this workshop is to figure out ways to improve your freebie. You might learn something today that will help you just kind of tweak your freebie so that you are able to get more subscribers, or it might be something as simple as changing the name of your freebie, or just repositioning your elevator pitch, okay? Awesome, so thank you guys for answering that in chat. So I put up this quote here. I found this quote and I felt like it really kind of hit home for me, and it kind of explains why a freebie is so important. So the quote says, "Giving is the master key to success in all applications of human life." I really believe this, and I try to live by it in every facet of my life, but I also believe that it's especially true in business. Ultimately, you guys are bloggers, and your bloggers is a business, especially if you're hoping to monetize your blog. In order to actually get people to pay for things, you have to give them something in return. And what you're going to give them is your freebie, okay? So giving is for you, but it's not just for you. It's also for your readers, and it's for your business. When you give free value, you open the door to an entire new opportunity. You build a new relationship with someone, you build trust between you and that person, and you invite the people on your list to learn from you. So ultimately, when you give a freebie, you are truly opening the door to a new opportunity that you otherwise wouldn't have had access to. A lot of people say, and let me know in chat if you've heard this, a lot of people say that the money is in the list. If you've heard someone say that, raise your hand in chat, say, yep, I've heard it before in chat. Because I've heard this all the time. Everyone says the money is in the list, but I have a message for you today. It's not necessarily that your money is in your list. It's that the money is in the relationship you have with the people on your list. So you can have 10,000 people on your list, but if you don't have a good relationship with them, no one's ever going to buy anything from you. And honestly, I think that's where most people fail. I see a lot of people in chat saying, yep, you've heard it before. So my goal is to refine that for you. It's not necessarily that the money is in your list. It's that the money is in the relationship that you have with the people on your list, okay? So if you want to make money from your list, you have to have an impressive start so that you can build that relationship with your subscribers. And your freebie is your start. It's truly the first thing that your new subscribers get from you, and it's kind of going to be their first impression. So you want the first impression to be good. So your freebie is how you woo your readers. It's how you build a following filled with people who not only feel like they like you, but that they also trust you. It also helps establish credibility, and it's going to help you build niche authority. But what you all want to hear is that your freebie is also how you segment your list in such a way that you build up a queue of people you know are interested in buying a certain product. Now, if you're thinking, Eden, I have no idea what that means, that's complete gibberish. Here's what I mean. All right, so your freebie should lead to your end product. This is how you monetize your list. It's how you build up a queue of subscribers that you know are likely to one day buy something from you down the line. Let's say you have a stock photo membership. You want people to buy into the stock photo membership. Your freebie could be 5 free stock photos. If somebody subscribes to get access to 5 free stock photos, they're probably also going to be interested in buying a stock photo membership. Same thing, homeschool curriculum is your end product. A good freebie that could lead up to that end product would be a free lesson or a week's worth of free lessons. Let's say your end product is teaching people how to start a wedding photography business or a wedding photography website. A good freebie for that could be a checklist for everything that you need on a wedding photography website. So what you should take from this is that your freebie should lead to the end product. Now, some of you might be thinking, I don't have an end product. That's totally okay. It's not required. You don't have to, in order to create a freebie, you don't necessarily have to have an end product right now. If you don't have an end product, you can market an affiliate product. If you're an affiliate for a course or an affiliate for an ebook, it's okay to market or set up a sales funnel for an affiliate product. Or if you have an idea for a product down the line, that's okay too. Create a freebie that would lead to whatever that idea is, and then one day you'll be able to create that idea, and you'll have a long list of subscribers who are probably interested in it, okay? So I see that, Emily, you said, what if you don't necessarily have an end product? That's okay. I know that I might be on a little bit of a delay, and that's why you asked that question. Totally okay. It's okay. You can either market an affiliate product, or you can brainstorm an idea for an end product so that you can create a freebie that will lead up to that when you one day create it and have it ready. All right, so let's take a look at the journey, the big picture. I know that this is bland and you're like, what does this mean? What's this map? All right, so this is the map of the United States. You're going from one end to the other. A is just somebody on the web, anywhere on the web, they're not on your website. You want them to get from anywhere on the web over to, oh, sorry. I don't know why that's doing that. Okay, over from anywhere on the web all the way over to a blog post. And right here you have traffic getting exercises. This is your promotion. Social media, Pinterest, Twitter, whatever. They get from anywhere on the web over to point B, which is your blog post. Then you want them to get from point B, your blog post, over to your email list, which is C. Okay, so how do you do that? You have to offer a freebie. Somewhere here you offer a freebie to get them from your blog post over to your email list. Now they're a regular old subscriber. They're not a fan. They don't really know you. All they have is your freebie from you. This is when you send them a welcome email and a welcome email series. You're going to turn them from a regular old ordinary subscriber into a raving fan of yours. And that's when you send them the welcome email and the series, and now they love you and they adore you and they always open your emails. And now they're your raving fan, point D. You want to turn that raving fan into a customer, okay? And you do that by setting up an incredible sales funnel right here until they get to point E, which is, oh my gosh, I love this product. I can't wait to buy it. And now all of a sudden they're your customer, okay? Now it sounds super easy. I've oversimplified it. Let's see how people sometimes fail. Where do people get tripped up with their freebie? So here people are, they're at any place on the web. They get over to your blog post on DIY house decor. They're like, ooh, this freebie sounds exciting. It's a DIY decor tutorial. I'm going to download it. Now they're on your email list. And now you send them welcome email series, blah, blah, blah. And then you pitch them a product and how to make money. Now, what went wrong here? All of a sudden, you had a blog on house decor, a freebie on house decor, and then you pitched them a product on how to make money. It makes no sense. So you can see here that this is not a good way to do it. Your freebie needs to be something that leads directly into the end product that you're going to one day market, even if you don't have it yet, just a generic idea of what you're going to one day market. Now, this is the big veto, don't do this sign. So what should you do? Here's a better example. Let's say you're a homeschool blogger. Someone lands on your blog about homeschool tips. You offer them homeschool planner, so they're on your list now. One day down the line, you send them sales funnels for your course on homeschool strategy, productivity, or something like that, okay? This works. You got the green thumbs up here. You're good to go, because obviously if they landed on your homeschool tips blog, they're going to be interested in your homeschool planner, and they probably are the right target audience for your course on homeschooling, okay? So this is a good indication of how to set up your freebie to fit right into your end product. So let's get into some good details here. What makes a freebie offer really juicy? What makes it great? What makes people look at it and say, oh my gosh, I need that. I need to sign up right now. I'm going to put in my email in the subscription box and get it sent to my inbox. How do you get there? I call it the freebie trifecta, okay? I've named it this, some people call it other things, but ultimately you have these three things and people are going to be mouth-watering over your freebie. So part one of the freebie trifecta is you want your readers, the people who land on your site or your website traffic, to look at your freebie offer, whether it's a landing page or just a form on a blog post. You want them to say, yes, that's me. They should really be saying, ooh, that sounds exactly like me. Your audience should take one look at the freebie offer and feel like you're speaking directly to them. So here's an example. You're a homeschool teacher and you never have time to teach the full curriculum. That's exactly what it says on the form. That's exactly what it says on the landing page. You're speaking obviously directly to homeschool teachers. So if you have a homeschool teacher reading that offer and they say, yeah, I'm a homeschool teacher. I never have time. I never get through the full curriculum. They're really going to feel like, yes, that's me. That's part one of the freebie trifecta. Part two is you want to pull at the heartstrings and say, yeah, I'm talking to you, but now here's the problem that you have, and here's how I'm going to solve the problem for you. You're going to have your reader saying, I need this in my life, or this is exactly what I've been looking for. So if we're talking about homeschool teachers who don't have enough time to get through the entire curriculum, the offer could be something like, save time and stay on track with my weekly homeschool curriculum planner, okay? So not only are they saying, yes, that's me, they're saying, yes, that's me, and that's exactly what I've been looking for. And number 3, the last part of the freebie trifecta is you want them to say, that hit the spot, it worked. I finally found something to actually help me out. And how do you do that? You actually have to deliver the solution or fill the need that you promised, okay? The worst thing that you can do with your freebie is promise something and then not deliver on it. So if you promise them a weekly homeschool curriculum planner, you need to give them a really good homeschool curriculum planner. So deliver the high quality resolution to the problem, fill the need you said you were going to fill. So to wrap that up, the freebie trifecta is step 1, appeal to your audience. Make them feel like you're talking directly to them specifically as a person. Step 2, solve one problem they have or fill one need that they have. And number 3, actually deliver on the promise that you made, okay? You do those 3 things, you're gonna be golden. So now you're thinking, all right, Eden, this sounds simple. It's 3 steps, the freebie trifecta. But how do I actually decide what my audience needs? How do I figure out what need they have? How do I figure out what problems they're struggling with? So good question. Let's talk about it. First of all, why is this important? Actually, I got this email from Emily McGee earlier today, and she was talking about this. She talked specifically about a time that she created a freebie that she thought was amazing, and she knows that people in her audience have this problem that her freebie would fix, but ultimately, no one really wanted it. And she honestly had 800 people view the freebie offer, and not one of them signed up for it. So it's important to survey and evaluate the need of your audience, because you could, if you don't do this, end up spending a lot of time creating an amazing freebie only to have no one download it whatsoever. So always start with market research, evaluate need, and survey your audience. Now, there's a few different ways that you can do this. Number 1, you can go to Google Trends. This might be one that a lot of you haven't thought about yet. It's trends.google.com. I wrote it down here at the bottom. So Google Trends is a really great way to evaluate search history and evaluate interest over time. So if you have an idea for a freebie, take a keyword that relates to that idea, go to trends.google.com, type that idea in, and you can actually see if anywhere from like the past week to the past 90 days, the past 12 months, what the search history has been like. So here's an example, a school year planner. If you're a teacher or a homeschool teacher, generally the interest has been up. Obviously there's some days that it's down, but generally speaking, it's going up. Okay, so there is interest here, and this could be a freebie that you want to actually pursue. So go to trends.google.com, type in a keyword, explore the search history and the interest on the web, and you might get some good ideas. Also, on the same page, you only see a snippet of it here, but if you scroll down, you'll be able to see some other suggestions or similar search results. So you might get new ideas by using this tool. All right, I'm going to take a look at the chat box really quickly. Valerie, what if you are not niche specific, like a lifestyle blog with multiple focuses? Can you offer different freebies for different niches, like one for bloggers, one for DIYers, etc.? Valerie, that's an amazing question. Thank you for asking that. 100% you should offer different freebies. So you wouldn't want to be offering your blogging audience a freebie on something related to lifestyle blogging. So typically the rule of thumb is for every category on your blog, you want to have a freebie that relates to that category. That's easier said than done, of course. It's a lot of work. That's the gold standard. If you're someone who's starting out with no freebie, pick one of those categories and create a freebie for that one category to start. And then eventually, as you get more used to it, get accustomed to the process of creating a freebie, you can create one for each category, okay? Somebody asked, is a freebie the same as a content upgrade? A content upgrade is a form of freebie. So yes, essentially it is the same thing, but it's a specific type of freebie that directly relates to the blog post that your subscribers are on, okay? So I have I have a blog post on my site that's all about guest posting, how to find guest posting opportunities, how to pitch guest posts, that sort of thing. My content upgrade dives deeper into the topic of guest posting. My content upgrade for that page is a PDF that contains like 5 successful guest post pitches in the past that I've had. So they're pitches that I've emailed to people and they've been accepted, and you can see my entire email correspondence for each of those pitches. So that's an example of a content upgrade. All right, I'm going to continue going on. If you continue asking questions, that's awesome. Nobi is monitoring the chat and she's putting all of your questions in a document so I can answer all of them in the Q&A at the end. Another thing you can do to evaluate interest and evaluate the need of your audience is head over to Pinterest. Start typing in a keyword in the search bar and see what Pinterest brings up as suggested words. So I started typing in homeschool in the Pinterest search bar, and I can see homeschool room, homeschool organization, homeschool schedule, homeschool kindergarten, preschool, whatever. Those are all popular search terms on Pinterest. So obviously people are interested in them, okay? You could create tons of different freebies just based on this alone, like how to decorate your homeschool classroom, or, you know, planners for homeschool organization, that sort of thing, okay? Some niches are really popular on Reddit. So you can go to Reddit, do the same thing that you just did with Pinterest, type in your keyword, you'll see a bunch of different discussions and a bunch of different resources. So this is a great way to brainstorm ideas as well. One of my favorite ways is actually going over to Facebook groups, okay? Join Facebook groups in your niche. You could do a few different things. You can be a quiet bystander in a Facebook group, meaning you just kind of listen to the conversations that are going on in the Facebook group and take note of the questions people are asking. Or you can actually post a question, you know, what problems are you guys struggling with, or how could I help? Or if you were to have one resource today to help you make your life as a homeschool teacher easier, what would it be? That sort of thing, okay? So you can be active, or you can just be a bystander in the group. And that's what I mean by this slide. You can survey, you can head to Facebook groups and ask a question, or what you could do is email, if you have an email list, even if it's a small email list, you can send an email to them and you can ask what they're struggling with, what needs they have, what they're interested in hearing from you, etc. Okay? I posted a few examples of things that I've seen in Facebook groups. These are my Facebook group, Blogger Insights. So you can see somebody posted, I'm looking for feedback. I'm wondering what types of photos you like to use for your blog and how many you use per month. So you can see this person was really trying to get feedback. This person's audience is obviously bloggers. She's surveying, she's looking for information. She's going to use that information to either create her freebie, or she's probably going to look into making a stock photo membership site. Another example here, this person is looking to have people actually answer the survey. So she posted a link to a survey. You can do the same thing in a lot of Facebook groups. Of course, make sure that it's allowed in a Facebook group before you do it. You don't want to get booted out of the group. But this is a great way, if it is allowed, to get a bunch of people to obviously provide feedback and give you some information that you otherwise wouldn't have been privy to. So just to wrap that up, you evaluate need by heading to wherever your audience hangs out. So I talked about Pinterest, I talked about Google Trends, I talked about Facebook, whatever, Reddit. Your audiences aren't all in the same place. You're all in different niches. So some of the suggestions I gave to you might not work for you in your niche. Others might work better. So evaluate your audience. Where are they hanging out? Some of them might be on LinkedIn. Just figure out where they are, go to wherever they are, listen to the conversations that are going on, or engage in the conversations and start asking questions. Alrighty, so types of freebies. I know I'm going to get tons of attention here with this one. So I'm going to start by saying that if you can't think of any ideas, I have just a few to get you going, okay? So the ideas that I'm going to give you today are just some of truly an infinite number of ideas that you could possibly have to create your freebie. These are some that I've seen done before. Some, like I said, are good for certain niches and not so great for other niches. But I just wanted to give you a wide array of options so that you can start to brainstorm and get the creative juices flowing, okay? By all means, if I mention or if I don't mention something that you think would be a good idea, please engage in the chat. Let me know so that I can make sure so that you can actually help other people that might be in your niche get some new ideas too, okay? Like I said, not all inclusive, but just to get the creative juices flowing. So you guys are all in a webinar right now. This is a workshop. It's honestly one of the best things that you could possibly do. It doesn't work for every niche, but it is really great for certain niches. Webinars are long, they're juicy, they're filled with incredible information and value in a short span of time, but it's also a way for you to directly engage with people. I'm literally talking to you guys in the chat box, you know, I'm engaging in conversation. So we're forming a relationship, we're starting to get to know each other. So this is an amazing freebie and you can do it for tons of different niches, okay? If webinars aren't your thing, you're nervous, you feel like you're gonna stumble on your words and you don't like to be live, you can do a recording. I've done this a few times. Essentially, you would be recording either yourself, doing a tutorial, or you could be recording your screen. I see this a lot with tech tutorials. You know, a lot of people teach very technical things like how to code a website, and you could truly record your screen as you're developing a website, and you could give that away as a freebie. That's an amazing freebie and lots of people will sign up for it. Then you can go even simpler, a checklist, a to-do list, a printable, anything like that. People love to get free stuff sent to their inbox that will actually make their lives easier. I'm going to give some great checklist and to-do list ideas a little bit later on when I break things down by niche. And I'll show you, I'm actually going to show you how to create a checklist in Canva in just a few minutes. An ebook. Ebooks are amazing. I've seen some people don't like ebooks. Other people love ebooks. It comes down to personal preference. I like ebooks because you get all the information in just one fell swoop. You know, I put my email in the subscription box and I know the ebook is going to be headed directly to my inbox. I go open it, get the answer. I honestly probably read the ebook right then and there. So I love the immediate gratification that comes with ebooks. So this is an amazing thing that you could pursue. Email courses are all the rage. Probably a lot of you have taken an email e-course or you offer an email course already on your site. I, for one, have done both. Email courses are an amazing way to deliver value to your audience in a paced format. They do require certain technical capabilities. So you're going to need an email service provider that actually allows you to create an autoresponder series. I'm going to give you one quick tip about email courses. You probably have seen 3-day email courses, 7-day email courses. It has been statistically proven that you are more likely to have people actually complete the course if it's a 5-day email course. So if you're thinking about an email course, don't make it 3 days, 4 days, 6 days, or 7 days. Make it 5 days, okay? Coupons, super easy. If you have a coupon code to something and you want to offer it as a freebie, feel free to do that, especially if it relates to something in your niche, okay? Especially if it's for the end product. So if you're an affiliate for a product, just using this as an example, and you also have a coupon code, your coupon code can be your freebie. And when they enable the coupon code, they'll have gone through your affiliate link. So you're making money with your freebie, but you're also giving value back. So this is a creative way. It's honestly a very creative thing to offer. Something a little bit more technical. You can offer a demo, sneak peek, or trial. So if you are someone who sells a tool, you can give a 30-day free trial as your freebie. You can also offer a sneak peek. You know, let's say you're a ConvertKit affiliate and you want to give people a sneak peek of ConvertKit. You can record your screen talking about or showing people your ConvertKit dashboard. You can do demos, lots of fun things that you can do with demos, sneak peek trials, and this works for, honestly, a wide variety of niches. So what can I tell you about this? If you leave with anything today, know this. Your freebie can be delivered in any form, a webinar, a course, a coupon, a demo. It really doesn't matter as long as you solve the problem you said you were going to solve. It really doesn't matter what way you create your freebie, okay? All right, so now you guys are thinking, I'm in a million different niches. You know, I want some ideas that are actually applicable to me. I'm going to break it down by niche, but quickly I'm going to check the chat box to make sure everyone's doing well. All right, if you're, oh, someone just, oh, no, but you're saying if someone's getting disconnected, try a different browser. Hopefully you guys have a decent internet connection, but yeah, try a different browser if it's not working out. All right, somebody suggested an infographic, a checklist, awesome ideas. Great ideas, everyone. Okay, cool. So I'm going to break things down by niches. I don't have every niche here. It's truly impossible for me to talk about every single niche, but I'm going to cover some big niches and give you some ideas. Again, these are just ideas to get the creative juices flowing, to get you thinking outside of the box, and to get you actually coming up with an idea that will work for you, or if you already have a freebie, to perhaps think of another one. All right, just so you know, if you are struggling with ideas, one thing that you can do is find a blog in your niche and explore their freebies. And no, I don't just mean look at their landing page and look at their forms. That's valuable, but actually sign up for their freebie. Get it sent to your inbox and look at what their freebie offers you. I don't want you to steal anyone's ideas. I'm not suggesting that. So please don't say Eden told me to steal your ideas, because I definitely did not tell you to do that. But you can take inspiration from someone's freebie. If you look at a successful influencer in your niche and you take a look at what their freebies are, you're not only going to learn what a really amazing freebie is, but you're going to just get great inspiration for your own. Okay, so don't steal ideas, but get inspiration. All right, if you're in the mommy parenting niche, I got lots of ideas for you. You can create a freebie on how to save money on diapers. Honestly, it's so simple. A webinar or a recording, an ebook. You can talk about using cloth diapers. You can talk about reducing waste, about how you can get free diapers, lots of things like that. You can talk about you can create a morning routine checklist for little ones. So if you have someone who's learning how to read, or you have a child who's struggling with the morning routine, a checklist is an amazing way to, it's an amazing freebie. Summertime sensory play for babies. I love these things. I would be a preschool teacher in another life, but you can create an ebook or a recording for some awesome sensory play ideas. Healthy school lunch ideas. Parents, if you have to make lunches for your kids every day, bless you, it's hard. I know it's hard to keep it healthy and come up with new ideas, so a 5-day recipe ebook would be amazing. A guide to disciplining a difficult child. If you specialize in healthy disciplinary action, if you're a social worker and you offer services, you could do a phone consult, you can host a webinar, you can create an ebook. Something as simple as creating a list of interview questions for a babysitter. Everyone needs a babysitter, so here's a list of questions you want to make sure you ask your babysitter before you hire them. It can be a fillable printable, so you can write down their answers as they're talking to you, or it can be an ebook or a checklist, something like that. If you're in the beauty niche, daily makeup routines for under $20. Makeup is expensive. I don't know that from personal experience. I barely wear any makeup, as you can tell, but makeup routine for under $20, that would definitely be popular. A makeup tutorial, record yourself on Vimeo or on YouTube, whatever. How to make your own makeup from scratch, an ebook, video. How to do your hair beautifully without using a hairstylist. A list of all natural, cruelty-free makeup, DIY prom, wedding, event makeup, or hair, honestly. Get creative. Crafting, learn to knit in 5 days. How to DIY your wedding centerpieces under $20 per table. Summertime craft ideas for messy kids. Make your own toys for babies. How to reupholster furniture. How to remodel your bathroom for under $500. So again, you can do these in ebooks and webinars and videos, anything like that. If you're in the health and fitness niche, a 5-day exercise course. You send an email with a link to a video each day, and you do a 20-minute workout. Honestly, that's extremely easy to execute, and people would definitely download it. A 5-day paleo meal plan with a shopping list. An 8-minute ab routine before bed. That can be an ebook or a video. How to do a clean eating juice cleanse. 30 allergen-free Halloween candies for your kids. A printable Halloween sign that says your house is allergen-free. Okay, so lots of ideas. Again, as long as you deliver what you say you're going to deliver, it's going to be okay. It doesn't need to be elaborate. It doesn't need to be beautiful. It doesn't need to be fancy. As long as what you say you're going to deliver, you deliver, it's going to work, okay? All right, positioning your freebie. So now we're at the point where you might have an idea, or you're saying to yourself, I have a freebie and I'm just struggling to get subscribers. How do I actually use the right language and use the right social media strategy to get people to download your freebie and sign up? That's ultimately what this is for, generating subscribers. So I'm going to give you a few tips. I'm not going to give you all my tips, but I'm going to give you a few tips that I find to be some of the most valuable, okay? Number 1, give what your audience wants. Okay, this is a big problem actually, and I see it happen all of the time. One of the biggest reasons why people struggle to get subscribers is because the target audience doesn't want or doesn't think they need what you're offering them. Okay, now that might be confusing. I'll just say it again. You might be offering your audience something that they don't know that they need. Okay, sometimes there's a difference between what they think they want and what you know that they actually need. Okay, so how do you fix the problem? You give them what they want. Okay, sometimes you have to give people what they think they want in order to have the opportunity later on to show them what they really actually need. All right, let me know in chat if anyone has had this experience before. I'm going to show you an example in the blogging niche so you can kind of see how this works. So here's an example. A lot of brand spanking new bloggers want to make money, so they think they need to learn how to use ads, okay? This is a common trend I see, especially as someone in the blogging niche. People want to put ads on their site immediately so they'll make money blogging, even if they have 1 or 2 page views a day. So you, in order to get their attention, offer a tutorial on how to install AdSense or Mediavine or whatever on their site and get approved by AdSense or Mediavine. So you're giving them what they want. Eventually, now that they're on your list, because you gave them what they want, you'll have the opportunity to show them later on that there are many quicker and easier ways to monetize the site. Not to say that monetization is quick and easy, but there are easier ways. And one of the easier ways is through affiliate marketing, okay? And you'll say, you know, hey, ads are great, but it takes a long time to monetize with ads. And here's a way that you can actually monetize quicker through affiliate marketing. Here's what affiliate marketing is, and here's how you can implement it on your site to actually make money. So you gave them what they want so that you have an opportunity later on to give them what they actually need. And if you hadn't have done that, if you didn't offer an ad tutorial, you might never have gotten their attention, okay? So sometimes all right, let me know if you guys are back. All right, I think we're back. I apologize. Sorry about that. Wi-Fi cut out. Glad that was an easy fix. All right, so I'm going to go back to my screen share. I'll wait a second so everyone can refresh their screen, and you'll all be back with me. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. All righty, 1 second. Cool. All right, so in a second, you will see my screen again, the presentation. I'll just wait a second. Cool, all right, we're back. Back in action. Okay, so sometimes take a look at your freebie, ask yourself, does your audience think that they need what you're offering? If the answer is no, if you're offering something that your audience doesn't think that they need, figure out a way to reposition it in such a way that, you know, they actually do think they need it. Sometimes it's as easy as changing the name of your freebie and reconfiguring the graphics to reflect your new name, okay? So you have to be honest with yourself. Sometimes the answer to this question is not one that you want to hear or deal with, but it is important, especially if you're having trouble getting people download your freebie. All right. Tip number 2, use the language that your audience uses. So here's an example. What I want you to do is when you're creating your freebie and figuring out how to position your landing page text and how to actually name your freebie and how to talk about it on your forms, take note of how your audience speaks when they talk about their problem and use those words. So for instance, I talk a lot about Pinterest. I hear in Facebook groups all the time, Pinterest makes me want to pull my hair out and cry. I truly hear people say exactly those words. So what am I going to do when I have my form to sign up for the freebie, or when I have my landing page? I'm going to literally say, hey, are you a vlogger on Pinterest who feels like Pinterest makes you want to pull out your hair and cry? I'm literally going to use that, okay? Because it's really good to use the words your audience uses, because it helps them identify with you and your offering more. And it makes them feel like, yes, this is for me. I have exactly that problem, okay? Another thing you can do, don't be afraid to get specific, okay? Here's an example. If you have, if you're in the time management niche and you have a time management planner, okay? Here's a way to phrase it. An okay way to phrase it is, are you struggling with time management? A good way to phrase it is, are you a mom struggling with time management? But a better way to phrase it is, are you a full-time working mom struggling with time management? Okay, so ask yourself when you're looking at your landing page and when you're looking at your form, are you being specific enough with who you're trying to target? When you get really specific with who you're trying to target, you increase the likelihood that those people will actually sign up, okay? Alrighty. So, number 3, show what they're going to get with pictures. This is such an easy thing to do, but I felt like I needed to include it anyway because it's honestly so simple. Anytime you're talking about your graphics, whether it's a Facebook graphic, Twitter graphic, Pinterest graphic, Instagram graphic, include a picture of your freebie. I took some examples from Pinterest, but you can see the commonality between these Pinterest graphics is that you actually have printables shown, okay? So there's no confusion at all what the freebie is. And when you show the actual graphic, and I'll show you how to create these when we do the demo, you're clearing up any confusion. You're giving your reader a good idea of what they're going to get when they put their email in the email box, okay? All right, on to the demo. Let's hope the Wi-Fi actually stays connected for this. I'm going to show you a Canva and Microsoft Word tutorial. A few things that I want you to keep in mind as I'm doing this demo. Everyone has different tools and everyone has a different way. The way I do it might be different than the way someone else teaches you to do it. Another thing that I want you to know is your design doesn't need to be amazingly amazing, okay? Again, I said this before, but it's worth saying again, as long as you deliver on the promise, the design of your freebie is truly secondary. I have very plain freebies and people love them because I give what I said I was going to give. All right, so let me hop over to Canva here. What I actually need to do is, let me make sure that I am. All right. I need to screen share again. Okay, you see a million, sorry guys. All right, I'm in Canva. Hopefully you guys are with me. I'm gonna show you how to create a PDF checklist, okay? And I'm gonna do this really quickly, but I'll show you how to work Canva to your advantage so you're not confused and so you can honestly start to do this today. Canva is a free tool if you're not familiar. I like to call it the graphic design tool for dummies because I don't have Adobe, I don't have anything fancy, I have Canva, okay? So I gotta make it work for me. So here's what I'm gonna do. Canva has templates, okay? So you can use their templates. Sometimes I start with them. Debbie turns 20, whatever. But I'm gonna show you how I create a little checklist, okay? So I'm gonna clear this. I'm gonna make the background white. I'm gonna put in some text here. I mentioned a freebie idea, a checklist for littles. And I'm gonna change this. There we go. Okay. Lots of things you can use the search bar for. Here's an example. Okay, so I got a checkbox here. I'm going to copy and paste it. There's a copy button here. I use the Command C. I have an Apple computer. Once you have 3 in a row, you can kind of duplicate like that. Okay, I'm working really quickly here just to give you guys an idea of how easy Canva is. Next, I'm going to add the checklist. So I'm going to make sure this is aligned left, make the font a little bit smaller. First thing you want your kids to do in the morning is brush your teeth. Some kids can't read yet, so let's do a toothbrush. So your kids know that you're talking about brushing your teeth. You can adjust the size. Some images in Canva you have to pay for. I'm using free ones right now. The next thing you want your kids to do, and I'm just going to duplicate this. I don't know. I don't know what you want your kids to do next is, but let's say get dressed, put your clothes on. So shirt. Here we go. Get dressed. So you can see how very easy this is. If you're doing something more complicated, you can do, honestly, you can do anything you want. The good thing about Canva is you can put a link in here, and when you download your link, or when you download your PDF by clicking download PDF, your links will be clickable. That's one of the benefits. Okay, so very incredibly simple. I see a bunch of people in chat saying that they love Canva. Canva rocks. It really does rock. It's so easy. It's already sized. Okay, and you can truly do anything that you want. All right, so that's it for my Canva tutorial. A few things, you can use grids, like if you want different, images here. If you want an image to be the background, I can show you. Like I got lots of pictures in here. So, I have a stock photo membership, so now that's the background. I could put text on top, but let's put this in the background. Okay, so there's just so many things that you could do. There's lots of free photos in Canva if you don't have a stock photo membership. All right, lots of icons, shapes, lines, just truly anything, okay? Someone just asked, how do you put a link in Canva? I'm going to delete this background so you guys can see better. But honestly, you type the link out. So if I were to put at the bottom, edenfreed.com, when I export this, that link will be clickable. Okay, Kelly? So it's very easy. You don't have to do anything fancier. This link is going to be clickable the minute I download it. Okay? All right, so one thing that I always do is I create my covers for let's say I use Microsoft Word for an ebook, I'll create my cover here, okay? So I am very easy with the way I do it. I create a grid. I put a picture here, and then I put my text over it and my URL. That's literally how I create my cover for my ebooks, nothing fancier than that, okay? Flossie, I had no idea hyperlinks were clickable in Canva. Yeah, it's really cool. Really easy. I'm glad you learned that today because I didn't know it for a while, and now that you know it, it's going to change your world. Okay, now Microsoft Word. Some of you guys don't have Canva. You're not interested in Canva. You just like the traditional Word document. I do this too. You can, and truly what I do is I just type anything. This is my freebie. I'm teaching you about freebie. Sorry, there's spelling errors here, guys. The only special thing I do is I create titles, okay? This is my title. So I'm gonna keep adding so you can see. Pretend this is a whole document of freebies. I'm done. I'm gonna print. I'm gonna PDF it. I'm opening it in a PDF, okay? Now, people ask me this all the time, so pay close attention. Here's what I'm doing. I'm going to show thumbnails here. This is how I create those little images. What I do is I take a screenshot of this. Okay, now it's on my desktop. I pull that picture from my desktop. I go back over to Canva, and I have, this is what I'm talking about, making a thing like that. Now I have the thumbnails, and I put backgrounds on them, and all of a sudden I have this image of what my freebie is, okay? Hopefully you guys understand what I meant there. But a lot of time when I talked about including pictures of what your freebie is, this is what I meant, okay? I pull those thumbnails from my desktop. Let me pull it here. I upload it into Canva. So it's going to be somewhere up here. Let me just delete this. Okay, so here it is. And I honestly, what I do is someone might have a simpler way, but I will show you my method. Here's the background. I'm going to make it go in the back. I'm going to line it up a little bit more. And now we have a frame. Okay, that's truly what I do. It's very simple. People ask me this all the time. To make it easier, I'm going to group them. So now they're just together. They're one thing, and I can duplicate them. And there you go. Okay, very easy. All right, so that's my demo. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I know people, it's very simple, but people ask me all the time how to do it. And so this clarifies, hopefully, the confusion. Alrighty, let me get my presentation back for you guys. If you guys have any questions about how to actually use a tool, let me know. And I will answer those questions in the Q&A, which will be right at the end of this. So let's see. Let me get my presentation back for you guys. Alrighty. So what next? I know this is a big, long mouthful. If you're still with me, thank you so much for sticking with me until the end. I know that freebies are overwhelming and there's a lot to consider when it comes to creating them. Keep sticking with me because you will have a nice gift for you at the end. Someone just asked, Eden, I'm in awe that all that can be done with Canva. Is it worth it to pay for it? Good question. I paid for it. I paid for it for a very long time, actually. So I don't remember exactly what the free Canva has. What I can say is that I know the reason why I paid for it is because I wanted to download images that had a transparent background. So that was really important to me because, like, my logo, I didn't want it to have a white background or black background. I wanted it to have a transparent background and just be my text. So that was important to me, and I paid for it for that reason. If that's important to you, that's a reason alone to use Canva. Okay, so what's next? Again, if you're still asking questions, keep doing that. Nobody's monitoring them, and I'm going to answer them all shortly. So what next? The freebie is step one. It's the way you create that first positive impression with your subscribers. What do you need next? You need a landing page so that you can market your freebie. You need a welcome email so you can establish a connection with your subscribers. You need a welcome email series so you can continue to nurture those new subscribers into understanding more who you are and the value that you offer. Then you need a sales funnel, and then you need to implement strategic promotional tactics to get your freebie out there and into the world and in front of the right audience, okay? So I know that I spent a lot of time oversimplifying how to create a freebie, and I know that it can be overwhelming. There's a lot to it, but think about it like this. Once you put all of these things in order, a few things are going to happen to you. Number one, you're going to grow your list. That's the obvious answer, okay? Your list is going to grow, whether it's slower than you think it's going to be or faster than you expected. Either way, it's going to grow. The next thing that's going to happen is you're going to establish a real, true relationship with your list. They're not just going to be subscribers. They're going to be people that feel like they know you, okay? The thing people don't realize about email marketing is this is crucial. This is the most important thing. Remember, I said it in the beginning. The money isn't in the list. It's in the relationship that you have with the people on your list. You're going to be able to turn your list from regular subscribers into raving fans. And then eventually you're going to be able to nurture them down email sales funnels that you set up once and will automatically make you money. Until eventually you sleep like a baby with a teddy bear. If only we all could sleep like a baby with a teddy bear. Yes, it's absolutely hard work, but if you could be making money while you sleep, imagine how you feel. You could honestly wake up in the morning, check your email, drink a cup of coffee, and see 10 sales came through in the middle of the night because you spent the time right now developing a freebie, setting up an email, a welcome email, a sales funnel, and you pitched a product and you made money while you were sleeping. That's the dream, okay? And that's honestly the premise behind my list building challenge, okay? I know a lot of you guys might have heard me talking about it. This has been all the buzz for the past few weeks, especially if you're in my Blogger Insights Facebook group and if you're on my email list. I've been talking a lot about it. If you're not familiar with it, my list building challenge is a 4-week-long boot camp. It goes from October 1st to October 31st. It is a paced course with 4 different modules for each week. Each week I roll out a new curriculum to you with video curriculum, reading, homework assignments, peer review, all that good stuff. And you learn exactly what I talked to you about in the beginning. So ultimately, your email marketing is a journey, okay? The list building challenge journey takes you through that, okay? You start from getting people over to your site with traffic getting tactics so that they're coming from a random spot on the web over to your blog post. B is the blog post. Then you use your freebie to get people from B to C, which is over from your blog post to your email list. Then you use a welcome email and a welcome email series to get people from C over to D, from just being a regular, ordinary subscriber over to a raving fan. And eventually you have an automated sales funnel that goes through your email to get people from just being a raving fan to being a raving fan who also buys from you, okay? That's the dream. Now, if you're thinking, Eden, I know you promised me a gift. Your gift is coming soon, so please stay tuned, okay? Now, you're wondering what happens in the list building challenge. It's 4 weeks long, okay? So week number 1, we focus on the freebie, okay? This is the first part. This is how you get people from your blog post over to your email list. You're going to brainstorm the right freebie for your audience, and you're not going to do it alone. You're going to have me there with you. And not only are you going to brainstorm your freebie, you're actually going to create it. I promise you, by the end of week 1, you will have a finished freebie. You're also going to have your freebie critiqued and reviewed, and you're going to take that feedback and you're going to make your existing freebie even better. You're also in week 1 going to be introduced to the list building library. I will talk a little bit more about the list building library later on. In week number 2, you're going to focus on the landing page. Now, your freebie, whether it's an amazing freebie or not, your freebie will never convert readers to subscribers if you don't have an amazing pitch for it and you have a dull landing page. So in week 2, you will learn the anatomy of a successful landing page. You're going to actually create the landing page for your freebie, and you're going to get it reviewed and critiqued, and you're going to make your landing page even better. Meanwhile, you're going to continue to deep dive into the list building library. Again, I'll talk about that shortly. In week 3, you are going to focus on the welcome email and the welcome email series. This is when you turn your new subscribers that signed up for your freebie into raving fans. You're going to learn what to include in a welcome email. You'll actually learn how many emails to send in your series, and you'll learn when to send them on what day. You're going to learn about email engagement, how to increase click-through rates, and you're also going to learn about open rate subject lines, all that good stuff. I know it's very confusing, but I'm going to dive into each aspect of email marketing in week 3. And in week 4, this is when we focus on the fun stuff, the list monetization. This week is all about turning those raving fans into customers through sales funnels. You're going to learn about sales funnel best practices, which is how many emails to send, what sorts of emails to send, how to pitch without alienating your audience. You're also going to learn about tripwire offers, which is one of my favorite things. This is how you actually monetize thank you pages on your site, and it's one of the best ways to make autopilot money. And every single week, you're going to have core curriculum, okay? This is either a video or it's a reading. You're going to have homework assignments. So I don't just teach you stuff. I ask you to take action, okay? So a lot of courses out there, they give you lots of theoretical knowledge and you're not really sure how to implement them. That's not exactly what this is. You're going to know exactly what to do because I will tell you exactly what to do and how to do it. You'll have peer review. We'll talk about the good, bad, the ugly, okay? Sometimes peer review is challenging to hear, but it's in your best interest, so you'll hear feedback. You're also gonna have check-ins, so you stay accountable. A lot of ordinary courses online do not have this. They're self-paced, so you can either do them or don't do them. By the way, you paid for them. This is not like that. It's a 4-week-long course. Each week you have a check-in, and we make sure that you are staying accountable with your goals. And then you have list building strategies. Okay, let me talk a little bit more about list building strategies. The list building library is essentially truly a library of strategies that you can implement to grow your list. So every week I add new traffic getting list building strategies to the list building library, okay? I'll teach you how to be successful with each approach. So every week, your homework is going to be to head over to the list building library and pick a certain number of strategies from the list. So the number increases each week. So week 1, you might be required to pick 2 strategies from the list. Week 3, you might be required to pick 4 or 5 strategies from the list. But the list building library continues to grow each week. So by the time you're at the end of the challenge, you're going to have a really big library filled with strategies that you've already learned to implement. And that doesn't go away. When the challenge is over, you still have access to not only the list building library, but also the rest of the course material as well. But does it work? Does it really work? Let me show you some people who have proven that it does work, okay? So Amber was in my list building challenge. Amber blogs over at allnaturaljoy.com. Amber said, Eden's list building challenge was exactly what I needed to kick me into gear. I grew my list by around 200 subscribers in 1 month. The best part, it wasn't hard. It was actually fun. Eden is so helpful and very engaged with her students. So Amber was truly a pleasure to work with, extremely motivated, and she did an incredible job. And she's only one example of a ton of students who participated in the challenge. Liz Wilcox over at lizwilcox.com is actually an RV entrepreneur. So she lives full-time with her husband and daughter in an RV. And she took the challenge. And before the challenge, Liz did have a few subscribers coming in here and there. You can see over here in the green box. But it wasn't really consistent. Some days she had no subscribers, and some days she had like a few here and there. But after the challenge, Liz ended up growing her list by 158 subscribers in 1 month. And here's the proof there. Liz is an incredibly hard worker, and she's just one of those people that, you know, looking at her, she's going to be successful down the line. And she honestly showed me that in the course. And she honestly is still growing her list. That's one of the best things is it's you do the challenge for 30 days, but you have all of the skills to continue doing it on your own, even when the challenge is over. And Liz is a great representation of that. Candy from adayincandyland.com said she almost doubled her subscribers during this month, which was her big goal, and she's really looking forward to continuing to implement the lesson that she learned, continuing to refine her email series and segmenting her list, and she finally has the information she's been struggling to figure out. All right, a few more examples. Sarah grew her list from 11 to 95. Here's her picture. Jillian grew her list from 0 to 127. And actually, I know it's blurry here, but you can see that she had no subscribers here. This is August. Or sorry, this is July. This is August. And in September, when the challenge was over, she continued to grow her list. Okay, so just because the challenge ends does not mean the growth stops. You have lifetime access and you've built lifetime skills. All right, is this for you? First of all, on the left is a really embarrassing picture of me. This is not for you if you're not okay seeing silly, terrible pictures of me. Like I said in the beginning, I have frizzy hair and I don't wear makeup. So if you're not okay with seeing me on video looking like that, then this is not going to be for you. You get the real me in the course. I'm there for you every step of the way. But if that's okay with you and you're still wondering, is this going to be for you? Here's a few ways for you to know. You're either stuck and you don't know what to do next, when to do it, or how to do it. Or email lists just make you crazy and you need someone to tell you when to do what. You may need accountability. You know your email list is important, but you're not the type of person to be able to say, today I'm going to do X and tomorrow I'm going to do Y and the next day I'm going to do Z. You need someone to tell you to do it and you need them to make sure you've done it. You're a great candidate for the course. And if you've reached a plateau in subscriber growth and you need the tools to get over that hump, I've been there. I know it's hard, and this course is going to be exactly what you need to get over that roadblock. There are a few things that I don't care about, okay? And people ask me this all the time. I don't care how many subscribers you have right now, whether you have 0 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, or just your mom, your partner, and your children on your list. This challenge does not discriminate. It is truly for anyone. It doesn't matter where you are in your journey. If you have a good number of subscribers now, there is still something to be gained in this challenge. If you have no subscribers, you will get subscribers during this challenge. And you'll also be able to develop the foundational knowledge to continue to grow your list even after the challenge is over. The second thing I don't really care about is what email service provider you use. I just care that you have one, okay? So I don't care if you're MailChimp, MailerLite, ConvertKit, it's okay. I'm not going to tell you that in order to be on the challenge, you have to pay $30 a month for ConvertKit. Absolutely not. My motto is that you get an email service provider that works for you and fits in your budget, and we work to make that work for you, okay? That's totally okay. I also don't care what niche you're in. We make this challenge work for anyone in any niche. I talked about Liz, who's an RV entrepreneur. I had lifestyle bloggers. I had camping bloggers. I had truly, and I can't even list them all because I've had people from a wide variety of different niches. This is not just for bloggers who want to blog about blogging. It's truly that is the minority of the people that were in my last list building challenge. The number one thing that I do care about is that you show up ready to work, that you put your passion into this, and that you try, okay? Those are the number 3 rules, and everything else comes secondary to that. A few other fun things that we cover MailerLite and ConvertKit tutorials. So if you have those tools and you need some tech advice, these tutorials will help you out. You get a Facebook ad how-to guide, which is awesome. You get a video that's specifically dedicated to content upgrades. I know we had a bunch of people in chat talking about that. You get a Pinterest strategy for list growth. So a lot of you guys have audiences on Pinterest and you're not really sure how to leverage Pinterest to benefit your email list. I'm going to show you exactly how I use Pinterest to grow my email list. You're also going to learn how to host a webinar for free. I have a 45-minute tutorial, video tutorial showing you exactly how to host a webinar without paying for extremely expensive webinar tools. All right, one of the best things is that I'm there for you every step of the way. I know a bunch of self-paced courses out there that cost the same thing that I charge for my course, and their teachers are extremely hard to access, and you never hear from them after you pay your tuition. That's not me. We will be chatting together one-on-one in a private Slack channel. If you're not familiar with Slack, Slack is a chatting application. It can be used on any device. So whether you're a Mac user or not a Mac user, whether you only have access to a tablet or your phone or whatever, you can have Slack on truly any device. And the best thing about Slack is that I have it on my phone, I have it on my computer. So when you send a message to me in Slack, I get it everywhere. Okay, so this is not me logging into Facebook to answer your question. This is me getting your question anywhere at any time. And that's what I mean when I say I'm there for you every step of the way, checking in with you each week and making sure that you're on top of your game and staying on top of your work. Another thing that you get is you get an accountability partner, okay? When you enroll in the challenge, you are assigned somebody to work with, and that's your partner for the challenge. They're your person you go to when you're struggling. They're your person you go to when you need help. They're the person that's gonna help you review your freebie and your landing page, and they're the person that's just gonna be there for you every step of the way. And hopefully you don't just get a business partner out of this, you also get a friend, okay? And one of the things that a lot of people said about the last challenge is that they made lifelong friends in this, and I really do believe that. I believe that we cultivate the sort of environment that's conducive for healthy learning and growth. And I believe that the people who enroll in this challenge are the type of people who are extremely motivated, ready to work, and ready to help one another. And that's what this challenge is all about. All right, the good stuff. What's the tuition? You want to know what this costs. Fair question. So now remember, I have a gift for you at the end of this, so stay tuned. The regular enrollment for this challenge is $247, and that includes the 4 weeks of curriculum on the freebie landing page, welcome email, sales funnel. It includes the accountability partner access and the goal setting. It includes the weekly projects and homework assignments. It